Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing the new Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. This is their Ultraviolet palette. As soon as I saw it on Instagram, I knew that I had to have it. I love the fact that they just threw in like this random green right here too, which is the one that I'm wearing here along the tear duct on the left eye. Anyway, let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you all how I achieved this look, and then at the end, I'll give you all my thoughts on this new palette. Yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so let's get this look started. I'm gonna start off with Mind Slip, which is this here. I'm gonna grab that with my tapered blending brush. This is the E40 from Sigma. And this is gonna be my transition color. So I'm gonna be placing it here along the crease. I really prefer these nice, like light beige, peachy, light browns. I like using those shades for transition because I feel like they just go with everything. So I'm gonna apply it here. Next, I'm gonna grab Hacked. I'm taking a smaller blending brush. This one is the E25 from Sigma Beauty. I just wanna be a little bit more precise with where I place this. I'm going back to Mind Slip, grabbing that with the same brush. And I'm going to continue to blend here in between, here in the crease. I don't know if I'm liking this too much. Let me go back with this brush. I mean, it looks fine. I don't know, something about it, it's like not blending out the way that I want it to. I don't know, so far I've only used 2 eyeshadows and they're fine, you know? They're nothing that's like blowing me away though. And I really wish that they were. Like the formula. The shades are really beautiful, but the formula so far, I'm like, All right, so I wanna deepen this look because I do wanna add some lighter shimmer here to the mobile lid area. So I'm gonna take Digital, which is like this charcoal shade. I'm gonna grab that with the same brush, the E25. Just gonna take a little bit of that in order to pop that right onto the outer V and just deepen it a little bit right there. Definitely has a little bit of shimmer in it. I can see it. When you look at it in the pan, it looks like a satin, but obviously as I'm blending it out, it has glitter in it. And I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that. All right, next, concealer. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Medium Honey. Just going to apply a little bit of this onto the mobile lid area here, like the inner half. And then I'm gonna look up, look down. That's how high I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my concealer brush. This is the F75 from Sigma. And then I'm just gonna use that to blend it out before moving on with more eyeshadows. Next, I'm gonna go with VR, this one here. And I'm gonna pop that here along like just the center. And then I'm gonna use a golden shade, this one Dazed. I'm gonna use that along like the inner part of the eye. So I'm gonna start with VR, like I said, like this really pretty pinky shade. I'm gonna pop it here. Oh, that didn't grab much at all. All right, next with the same concealer brush, I'm gonna take Dazed, which is this golden shade here. It's not grabbing anything though. Let me use a different brush. All right, so this is a clean concealer brush. It's not grabbing anything. Let me use my finger. There we go. Okay, grabbed it with the finger. Now I'm gonna put this here along the inner corner here. Now I'm gonna deepen the outer V though, because I'm just not okay with how light this looks. And also it's gonna help blend everything in. So I'm gonna take the E25 once again and grab Digital, which was like that charcoal shade at the end of the palette, and just deepen the outer V a little bit and also blend out in between. All right, and then I'm gonna take Trippin', which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that over here. Just wanna highlight the brow bone and also bring down the shades that I applied because I think I went up too high. All right, so one eye I'm calling done for now. I am gonna like add maybe a little bit of eyeliner, of course, some mascara, but not before I finish this eye over here. I'm not too, okay, so far this eye. I like the shimmer that I used here. I love the fact that that's like a duochrome shade, although you can't really grab it with the brush. You have to definitely apply it with the finger. The center shade that I used, VR, that's filled with glitter. So if you don't want glitter, don't grab that eyeshadow because it is just filled with glitter, as is the deepest shade in the palette, filled with glitter. I'm excited about the purples, which is what I'm gonna be using over here on this eye. And also, I don't know, I'm having like a really hard time blending this out. See that? Ugh, driving me crazy. All right, done with that eye. Let's move on to the left. All right, so for this eye, let's start off with Mind Slip once again. I'm gonna grab that with a clean E40 tapered blending brush and just dragging it here along the crease. Okay, next, grabbing a clean E25 blending brush, and I'm gonna grab the shade Warning. This one, oh, this one right here. I'm gonna take that. You really have to like dig at the eyeshadows in order to pick up any color. Some of them, not all of them. Like the Mind Slip that I used, this one over here, my transition shade that I've used for both eyes so far. This one, you didn't really have to do that. Like the matte shades seem to be good. So I'm assuming this one here, which looks to also be matte optimized, that one will be good to pick up with a brush. But every single like shimmery metallic shade that I've picked up, it's been really hard to pick it up with a brush. You like really have to dig. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the crease. Well, that's disappointing. I thought that this eyeshadow would have a lot more of a punch, but it's really light. I thought this would look different. Didn't you guys? I mean, based on what it picked up, it's very light. Okay, picking up a little bit more. All right, next I'm gonna grab Euphoric, which is this one here. Gonna take that with the same brush. All right, this was a lot easier to pick up, by the way. I didn't have to dig at it like I did with the previous eyeshadow. All right, and I'm gonna drag this into the crease. I'm honestly, like, I don't really know where I'm going with this eye look. I'm just going. Maybe I should have used this on the lid. I think I'm gonna use this on the lid, like the mobile lid area. So instead of just dragging this onto the crease, I'm actually gonna just drag it across the lid, and I think it'll look better. Look how beautiful that is. Like, it's such a beautiful shade. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna drag it across the lid with my finger. Look at that. Holy cow. All right, and then I'm gonna take Cyberpunk, which is this one here right next to it. A little bit more purple than blue. I'm gonna grab that with my finger as well, since a lot of these, like I said, they're applying a lot better with my finger. And I'm gonna put that here along the center, dragging it all the way up to the crease. All right, and next I'm gonna take Purple Dust, this one here. I'm gonna grab that with my finger, which looks like that. And this is gonna go here along the outer corner of the eye. All right, next I'm going back with my E25. I'm grabbing Purple Dust once again. And I'm just gonna deepen the outer V here. All right, and I wanna deepen it just a little bit more. So I'm gonna take Digital. I'm gonna grab it with the blending side of the brush that came with the palette. And I'm gonna try to just pop that here along the outer V. All right, now I'm gonna take the other side of the brush. I'm gonna grab Purple Dust once again, this one here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that. I'm just gonna drag this into like a V shape. Because you know how it's like really round? Didn't want that. I don't know what this was over here. Let me try to fix it. Let me try to fix this side because I'm not content with it. It doesn't look good in my opinion. So let's see, how do we fix it? We're gonna try to deepen it. We're gonna deepen the outer V. So I'm gonna take the blending side of the brush that this palette came with. I'm grabbing Digital once again, which is the deepest shade of the palette. And I'm gonna pop it here along the outer V by patting it in order to deposit most of the product in there. And I am gonna wing it out just like I winged it out over here. I like that. I'm gonna wing it out on this side. So I'm gonna take the smaller side of the brush. I'm gonna grab Digital with that once again. And I'm gonna wing it out. All right, the eyes are kind of done at this point. I'm not in love with either look, honestly. I like this one a lot better than this one, but I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. But before I get into all of my thoughts, let me apply my base, do everything to my face. I'll come back, and then that way we can finish the eyes like along the lower lash line and all of that. And yeah, then I can give you guys my overall thoughts after using this palette for the first time. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My base is done. Let's move on to the under eye area. Grabbing the palette once again. I think I'm gonna continue to use this. Well, actually, you know what? This is really dirty. I'm actually not gonna use that. I'm gonna grab a couple of pencil brushes. These are the E30 from Sigma. So let's see. I'm gonna start off with this eye over here. I think for this eye, I am going to grab Digital. Grab that, a little bit of that, and I'm gonna pat it under the eye. Just like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way in. Not all the way in, but you know, 3/4 of the way in. And you know what? I need an eyeliner for this eye. So, I'm just gonna take my jumbo pencil from NYX. This one's in the shade Black Bean. And I'm going to run this along my waterline. But not all the way, just like that. All right, and then I'm gonna take Hacked with the same pencil brush. I'm gonna apply this on top of the black, the Digital. I'm just blending the two together. All right, and on this eye, I'm gonna take my jumbo eye pencil in the shade Oyster. I'm gonna run this along the waterline. Then I'm gonna take a clean pencil brush and I'm gonna take Purple Dust, grab a little bit of that and apply it, and I'm gonna pat it once again around like 3/4 of the way in. And then I'm gonna take Optimize because I've yet to use this shade right here, this like really nice pastel-y purple. And I'm gonna use that to blend it out, to blend out the lower lash line. Last but not least, this is the only eyeshadow that I've not used yet. This one right here, this one is called Lucid. So I'm gonna grab that with my pencil brush. And I'm gonna pop this here along the inner corner of the eye. And last but not least, a little bit of mascara. All right, so I'm back, ready to give you all my thoughts on this new palette. So, do I absolutely love it? No. No, and I thought long and hard about why it is that I'm not like so just excited after using it. Like usually if I get a new palette and I use it on the eyes and I really love it, like I like the formula, I think it's great, I'm gonna use it over and over again. Like I'm already thinking of like other looks, what I'm gonna do with it, how I'm gonna use it in the future, when I'm gonna use it. Like I'm already going through these thoughts, you know, as I'm doing the rest of my makeup. With this one, I'm just like, that was fine. It's fine. It's not the best palette I have, but it's certainly not the worst. And I thought long and hard about like why it is that I'm just so underwhelmed by this palette. And I honestly think it's the formula, because I've gotten so used to other palettes in my collection that just pack such a punch of pigment, that the shimmers are like truly what you get on the eye is what you see on the pan, that they're easy to work with, easy to blend. You don't have to really build them up too many times in order to really get the color that's on the pan, like that kind of thing. With Urban Decay, that's just never really been my experience, at least not with like some of the palettes that I own from them. I have these, and I also have like the original Naked, the Naked 3. It's never been what I see on the pan. And this is what I mean. For instance, with today's palette, warning, looks beautiful on the pan. Does it not? It's a beautiful pink, but if you just grab it once, like, it doesn't look like what it looks like on the pan. Really, really super light. Grab it twice. Yeah, okay, it's starting to get there. Grab it a few times, and then you finally get the color that you desire, or at least me. So it's really hard. It's really hard. You see the 3 different levels? Like, this is with one swatch, and this is finger. Like, finger swatches are supposed to be like the best swatches. And this is with finger swatches. 1, 2 times, like 7 times, and you're finally getting close. So that's just one example. Let's go over to Cyberpunk now, which was my, like, the best shade, in my opinion, in this palette. I love it. It's so beautiful. Same thing. 1 swipe. All right. 2. Yeah, okay, you're getting there. Okay, you're finally there. You see? And so that's what I'm talking about. The formula, it's just a little underwhelming. I can get this in like a ColourPop palette. I can get this with 1 swipe in a ColourPop palette. I can get this with 1 swipe in an Anastasia palette. I can get this in 1 swipe with a Dose of Colors palette or the Tati Beauty palette. Like, I can get this right away. I don't have to work at it. And that's always been the case with Urban Decay. I've had, like I said, I've purchased a lot of their palettes over like a number of years, and I always find that to be the case with them. It's like you really have to work hard to get the color payoff that you want. So I'm not saying this is like a horrible formula. I'm just saying that I've been spoiled by other brands. And so now my expectations are like up here, you know? And so if you don't give me like top-notch, buttery, soft, easy to blend, easy to work with, super pigmented, super shimmery formula, then I'm just kind of gonna be like, okay, next. So anyway, to summarize it all, not a horrible formula. If you like Urban Decay, if you like their products, if you're good with their eyeshadow palettes, then you'll love this, especially if you love the color purple. I mean, like, look at this. But I'm just a little underwhelmed with their formula. So hopefully in the future, they'll update that and they'll make it a little bit softer, more buttery, more easy to work with. But as of right now, like, yeah, I'm glad I purchased it. I'm glad I tried it, but it's not a palette that's going to get a lot of use, unfortunately. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you all. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.